Hello, everybody. It's Earth Angel Natural Intuitive Healer. This is Trish, and this is session number 2 when it comes to relationships within you. Okay, and a lot of you, if you're just tuning in, go back and watch session 1. First of all, I want to say thank you to my subscribers. I appreciate all of you. Thank you for being here and following along and learning new lessons, because we're all here to learn new things, right? And to make our lives better and flow easier. So what I want to do is kind of like a little recap for the first video. And like I said, you can go back and watch the first video and then come back to this one if you want. So session 1, we pulled some Soul's Truth cards, and the questions that were asked is, what excuses am I making right now? And so in your journal, I wanted you to write down the question, what excuses are you making right now? And I wanted you to give 2 excuses that you were making at this point in time. The second question was, am I ready to let go of this buried shame that you carry on within you? And again, I wanted you to do 2. So I want 2 answers for all the questions, okay? The third one is, where am I called to use my voice right now? Where are you being called to use your voice, okay? The fourth one is, am I on the right path, okay? So a lot of you, if you're not feeling you're on the right path to your journey, write down 2 reasons why you feel like you're not on the right path. And if you feel that you are, write down 2 reasons why you're feeling you are on the right path. Your next one was, am I consistently showing up? Okay, so this means, are you consistently showing up to your own life and working and dealing with your own life? Give me 2 reasons. And the last question is what do I resist feeling right now? Okay, so by writing these down and put yesterday's date in your journal, if you're just now tuning in, it was January 15th of 2021. That was from session 1. Them are the questions that I was asking you guys to write down in your book, because what this entails is we're going to pull out some information specifically to you, but you have to do your part and write it in the journal. You know, don't fabricate. This is, nobody's going to see your journal except for you. So you need to put down truly what's in your heart space of them questions that I asked you. And we'll go at the end and have you, I'll re-ask them questions. But the thing is them questions are going to be, and I'm going to have my assistant Trish here. What I will do is I will have her put down session 1 and put down the questions there. And then session 2, that way I can just go straight down and ask you, because what I'm having you do is something that I have already done. And it's phenomenal how it pulls out certain aspects of you and certain things where you need to really go in and work on yourself. It's a beautiful tool, and I hope everybody utilizes it. So today we are going to be using the Soul Truth, and this will be throughout all of the sessions now. I will use the Soul Truth. I will use the Sacred Geometry Relationships Oracle. And I will use the Animal Spirits. And from time to time when I'm called in to use them, we will use the Angel's Wisdom Tarot. Okay? And at other times when we're called in, we will use the healing, the daily healings, and the sea melodies. Okay? And the flower petals. So the reason why I'm showing you these now is because from time to time, depending on the message, I will be called to use them decks. And them decks are specifically for this healing project. And let's get started. So Everybody write down January 16th, 2021. This is session number 2. And we're going to see what Spirit has for you today. Okay, what questions does Spirit have for you today? Okay, Spirit, let's see what questions you have for the collective, please. Thank you. Anything else you have for the collective, Spirit? Anything else we need to journal? Whoa. All righty. So I will lay them out here, and then I will get to them in a minute here. But I got to see if Spirit has any other ones. You see how they fly out? Because it's significant to the collectives that are watching that we make sure that we are answering everything that Spirit is wanting us to answer so that we can go with our inner and work within ourselves. Is there anything else that you have for the collective, spirits? All right. Okay. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else? All right. Thank you, Spirit. So what we will do is go like this. And so if you want to write, oops. Okay. And we'll take the top one I said. All right. Okay. So, sorry. The first question that I want you to write down in your journal is, what can I do to make a difference? Okay. And like I said, I want you to write this question down. What can I do to make a difference? Well, I can tell you what I am doing while you're writing down, what can I do to make a difference? And what I'm doing to make a difference is doing these sessions with you, utilizing the tools that I have used, divinely guided from Spirit, to be able to open it up and open up adjacent possibilities and doorways for you. Okay, so what can I do to make a difference? That's one of them that I can do to make a difference. I'll give you a few moments, but I want to give you another one where I can tell you what I can do to make a difference. And what I can do is be that listening ear, be that communicator for you, be that teacher that is helping you pull out these beautiful tools within yourself. Because when you do that, you're going to learn so much more about yourself on a deeper level, because there's things that you may not know about yourself that you don't remember. And a lot of people are like, well, I know who I am, because I was the same way. I was like, well, I know who I am, and yeah, I can make a difference in people's life. I can make them smile. I can make them laugh, crack jokes and everything else. But the difference I want to make is globally to people on being able to change your life around so that your life goes so much easier with the flow. Okay. And then the next question is do I believe I am worthy? Okay. Do I believe I am worthy? And I want you to write down 2 answers to do I believe I am worthy? And while you're doing that, I will tell you that I know, I trust, I believe, I know I am worthy. I know that I have value. I know that I am a beautiful blessing to others. I know that I am worthy of reaching some of you out there to be able to change your life for the better. And a lot of you may want to give up, but just know I trust and believe that you are worthy to follow through with these sessions with me to be able to pull this out so that we can look at the repeated pattern when the time is right, when Spirit says the time is right. But the question is, do I believe I am worthy? And I say, yes, you are worthy. You are of great value. And I know I'm worthy of doing this because Spirit has me doing this. Spirit has me channeling messages. And right now, these are just questions that you're writing down to answer within your journal. But The third one is, what else could this mean? Okay. What else could this mean? So this question, when I'm being asked, what else could this mean? This could mean that for some of you, I am helping awaken you to your true authentic self. What else this could mean for me is that I ascend to a higher level, being able to do this out of pure unconditional love and infinite love for you guys. That's what it could mean for me. Okay. So the question is what else could this mean? Take a few minutes and jot down your answers and be truthful. Be 100%, 100,000% true to yourself, because if you really want to fix yourself, better yourself, be abundant, then utilize this tool that I'm helping, because I am not Mrs. Know-It-All. I just know that if it works for me, I know that if it works for the other people that are in my life, it's going to work for you too, because Spirit is the one that guided this. Okay? All right. So then the fourth question, how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? How can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? Because it is the grace of God that has given me the ability to speak to you. How can I be more kind to myself? I'm being kind to myself of putting myself out there in a vulnerable state with you, to do this with you and not be afraid, because I am not afraid of who I am. I am not afraid of the awareness of who I am and what I am. I am beautifully gifted by the divine. And so I'm being kind to myself and offering the grace of my experience to give at this very moment for you. So the fourth question is, how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment? Okay. And if you can't write down the two at the moment, please, after you're done watching this video, go back and honestly answer them. Okay. So we'll keep pushing along here. The fifth one is, I am focused on what I am losing or gaining. Okay, so are you focusing on losing material and monetary objects? Or are you focused on gaining more knowledge, more inner peace, more happiness, more abundance, more like attracts like people in your life? So am I focused on what I am losing or gaining? And that is a big one, because a lot of people can't answer this one. And I could tell you, for the longest time, I focused on who I was losing, what I was losing, the material things that I was losing. But really, it was a beautiful blessing, because them things were made to be lost because I was gaining room for new beautiful things. So the fifth question is, am I focused on what I'm losing or gaining? Okay. The sixth one is, I am apologizing for my truth. Okay. So this one is, again, I'm apologizing for my truth. And I want to know why. Why are you always apologizing if it is true? If you are being true to yourself, you are being authentic. Why? Why do you apologize to people for speaking your truth? Why do you apologize for being who you are? Why do you apologize for hiding who you are? because you should be proud of who you are. You should have an attitude of gratitude of who you are. But if you are apologizing for your truth, in parentheses, I want you to put why. Why are you apologizing for your truth? Okay? The seventh one, and I know exactly why Spirit did it the way they did it here, and I'll explain it. The seventh one is, am I focused on what I want most? Okay? Am I focused on what I want most? I can tell you, I am very passionate, very focused, very determined, very ambitious, very driven on what I want most. And Spirit knows what I want most, because what I want most is to reach millions of you to be able to go in and awaken to your true self, to be your better self, for your highest good and for your better self, okay? So the seventh question is, am I focused on what I want most? And if you have a hard time answering that, have you truly thought about it? Have you actually sat down and figured out what you want most in life? Because what I want most is to give unconditional love to people who have been underprivileged of having that unconditional love. I want most to be that help, that earth angel, natural intuitive healer, to help heal people and have that better life. Okay? And number 8 question is, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Okay? What expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Because I can tell you this, my expectations, I have none. If I don't reach not one of you, yes, I know I didn't do my job, but Spirit will give me the channeled messages in order how to be able to pivot it and make it more appealing for you. I don't put limitations on things. The expectations that are impossible for me to meet, well, not having any expectations or limitations, there are no impossibilities to meet. Okay? It's all possible. It's all possible. When you take away that conditioning of having expectations, things got to be done a certain way, things got to be said a certain way, you got to hide your feelings a certain way, you have to live your life a certain way, you have to hide your sexuality, your religion, all of that. Okay? Them expectations, yeah, they're impossible to meet everyone's standards. Okay? But you're not here to meet everyone's standards. You're here to stand up for yourself and have that inner strength within you. Have that confidence, that ambition, that self-love, that self-worth, that self-knowing. So the 8th question is what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Okay, so now we're going to get some clarification from Spirit. Spirit is going to give us some clarification. So for all of you, you once you got your 8 questions down, if you can multitask and answer your 8 questions while attentively paying attention to this, go for it, because I'm a multitasker. But if you have a hard time focusing, then I would advise put your pen down, just sit there and take a break, and let's see what else Spirit has to say, okay? So, Spirit, what can the collectives do to make a difference? What can we do to make a difference? All right. Yes, to have that intimacy. To have that intimacy with people, to be able to go within and know that you are not alone. You are not traveling this journey alone. And I am trying to take it into an intimate moment with yourself, with teaching you this And, you know, like I said, I don't know everything. I just know what Spirit channels to me. And what they have channeled to me, your life has turned out great since you've been around me too, haven't you? Because, see, that's the thing. I'm here to help people. And she was in your shoes. Like I said, she was a lost soul, not knowing which way to go, not knowing, you know, I mean, she's very intelligent. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you guys are not intelligent. I'm saying that there is that deep inner knowing within ourselves that you want to shut out, close out, and don't want to dig into. But what I'm saying is I can make a difference because I will be intimate with you on my true self also, because I am just like one of you, except for I'm gifted, very talented, very gifted, very skilled, along as many of you. It doesn't make me better than anybody else, but just know I'm going to get personal when we get into these, okay? Do I believe I am worthy? Oh, yes. Yes, Spirit. I believe I am worthy. What do you have for the collective, Spirit? What do you have for the collective? Because Spirit is saying there's a lot of them that don't feel worthy right now because you're not in your awareness, okay? A lot of you do not feel worthy right now because you are not aware of what your true divine life purpose and soul mission is. And you don't have to believe, excuse me, excuse me, you don't have to believe in certain religions, okay? This is the inner work on you. This is having awareness of who you are. If you are a light being, if you are a light worker, if you are a star seed, you know, to find out what your divine life purpose and soul mission is, we all have one. It's all written in the stars. We all have one, okay? So what else could this mean, Spirit form? What else could this mean? What else could this mean, Spirit? What else could this mean? Can we have flipper flop, please, so that we know that it is accurate for them? What else does this mean, Spirit? What else does it mean for the collectives? Okay. Whoa, why are you splitting it? Okay. So what else this could mean is, one, Spirit is saying you can build friendships by following these sessions that I have, which will lead you to freedom, okay? Which will give you the surrendering of the past things that no longer serve you. But you need to have that honesty within yourself to be able to do this and know by doing this, you will be in your grace. Okay? So that, to me, that is very powerful. Spirit is saying, not only will you build friendships, because a lot of you are feeling like you don't have any friends, that, you know, nobody gives two craps about you, nobody pays attention, nobody really listens to your feelings. You know, you're that great listener for them, but when it comes to it, they're not there for you in return like that, okay? So Spirit is saying you will not only build friendships, you will have the freedom, you will learn how to surrender what no longer serves you, as long as you are honest with yourself and with our group here, with the Earth Angel group. You will have grace, okay? And with having grace, it is basically telling you everything's going to go smoother in your life. You're going to know that everything that you want and wish for, it's going to come to you like that, because there's going to be things that you know how to do, okay? So how can I be more kind to myself and offer more grace in this very moment, which you just got the grace card, right? Okay? So how can you offer more grace? Thank you. By being sensitive, by really being vulnerable and being sensitive, because you can be more kind and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to give Earth Angel Natural Intuitive Healer, aka Joan, a chance and see what she has to bring with this, and how, you know, because you will see significant changes within yourself and significant changes immediately, because the divine is saying, listen, we will show them. We will show them how blessed and how beautiful and how accurate you are on this. Okay. So by you being sensitive to this and being in the presence, okay, of doing this, you are going to be able to become rooted, which is the first chakra. And you are going to learn how, and you are going to learn how to communicate with your fifth chakra. Okay, because a lot of you have a hard time communicating about your own feelings, because nobody ever wanted to listen to you. Nobody ever wanted to pay attention to you. And so you had a hard time communicating your problems. But the first thing is you in your first chakra, and that's right down here, is, and we'll go over the chakra thing. That's a part of this, but it's further down. But you need to be able to learn how to communicate that and be grounded with your root chakra and be able to do the expressions, okay? The expression. You need to be able to express yourself. But Spirit is also saying you need to have that commitment with this session to be able to get down into your soul, okay? As a soul being, okay? And with the duality, this is all about gracefulness, okay? This is having that graceful attitude of gratitude, knowing, okay? All right, Spirit. So I am focused on what I am losing or gaining, okay? I am focused on what I am losing or gaining, which I am thankful for when the divine protects me and makes me lose things or takes things out of my life or brings a challenge of some sort, because then I know there's something more beautiful coming and it's worth the wait. So what am I focused on, losing or gaining? Spirit, what are they focused on, losing or gaining? Yeah. A lot of you, Spirit is saying they are very happy because a lot of you are actually wanting to make this transformation. A lot of you are wanting to make a difference in your world. A lot of you are wanting life to go so much better, you know, so that you are no longer stuck. Sorry, this staticky, my hair is all staticky. But Spirit is saying a lot of you are wanting to go through this transformation. And there are some of you that are saying, I'm not losing anything by watching this. I'm not learning anything. You know, she's telling me things that I already know. Well, okay. I wish you well on your journey. And if you don't want to continue, you can click off here. But I don't want you to click off. I want you to be able to make this transformation and to better yourself and have that abundant life, you know, them dreams, them wishes, them goals that you have set forth for yourself. I want you to be able to push forward. Okay. And then we have under, am I apologizing for my truth? Spirit, are they apologizing for their truth? And Spirit is saying a lot of you are starting to find balance with your truth, because a lot of you are now finding it very imperative to find that balance within your life. Tell the people that you hurt that you're sorry. You know, make your resolutions of fixing old friendships, you know, apologizing to them, forgiving yourself. Okay, what am I focused on? Or am I focused on what I want most? I know I am. Whoa, okay. Nope. So a lot of you are not focused on what you want most, because a lot of you are sexual driven with your second chakra, with your sacral chakra. A lot of you have the passion and drive. This is, if this resonates with the other set of collectives, but some of you are on a sexual driven lifestyle. What you want most is just to pleasure yourself, you know, and it doesn't matter who you're out there hurting or anything. But for the other ones that this resonates, this is basically your passion, your desire to make your life different, to conquer your goals, conquer your missions, you know, and really put your emotions and support into other people and thinking of others instead of thinking with, you know, okay, what expectations do I have that are impossible to meet? Spirit, what expectations do they have that are impossible to meet? What expectations do they have that are impossible to meet, Spirit? What expectations are impossible for them to meet? What expectations do they have that are impossible for them to meet? Okay, so we got 2 cards that came out. All right, so what expectations do they have that are impossible to meet? And one of the expectations is kindness. It's impossible for you guys to show that kindness. It's impossible for you to have that unconditional love, to show that unconditional love, because you have so much hurt and pain and resentment down. A lot of you are saying that, you know, the expectation is impossible to meet because you're not feeling attractive. You're not feeling, you know, the beauty within yourself. There's not a lot of self-love and self-worth and self-confidence in there. But Spirit is saying that, listen, it is not impossible. We can build your self-esteem. We can build your self-confidence, your self-worth, your self-love, you know, and I'm doing it all out of unconditional love, you know, with the green, which is the 4th chakra. But a lot of you, yeah, I hear it all the time. People say I'm very attractive and, oh, there's something about your eyes. I greatly appreciate that. And I take them compliments and I appreciate them, you know. But the thing is that some of you out there are not feeling attractive. And this is exactly what this is here to do as Earth Angel Natural Intuitive Healer, is to build that all up in you, in your inner self, build you up so that your inner shines outward, okay? And, you know, it's not about physical appearance. It's that soul level of loving yourself unconditionally, having that infinite love within yourself. You're going to start pulling things out that say, hey, I'm fly, I'm fine, what do they say? I'm fat, not
PH.
Yeah.
PH.
Okay, and we're not offending anybody, but we're just saying, and not only that, but
Brush off the haters.
yep, toxicity not needed. But a lot of it too is, I can go back when we get more into this. I can show you. A lot of people think that I'm conceited. A lot of people think that, oh, she's just stuck up. Am I?
No, you're laid back. You're chill.
Yeah, I am one of the most laid back, loving, caring, compassionate, generous persons that you will ever meet. And I always like to say this, and I'm not here to offend anybody. I know I'm not the beautifulest, and I know I'm not the ugliest, but I am right where Spirit put me and wanted me to be. And I love who I am. And people that call me conceited, it's because when people do that, it's because they envy you. They envy your beauty, your intelligence, you know, your gifts, everything that you possess and bring to the table. They become intimidated. They become scared of you because they see a strong, independent woman who's up here. I am not afraid. I am not afraid to speak my truth. Am I? No. About anything. About anything. It doesn't matter. But I do it with a gentle heart. That's the difference. Okay, let's get some spirit animal cards to see what spirit is putting forth here. Spirit, what do we need to know with the animal cards? Animal spirits, what do we need to know? All right, so yeah, okay. This is, wow, and I love this card. And I'll show you here in a minute because it is like me, the spiritual being with the wolf and the deer, you know, the bird. And this is all basically what this card is representing to me and spirit with what spirit is saying. This is me giving you the guidance and the wisdom to pull out who you truly are, to use your intuition, your instincts, but have that gentle heart. See things from a different perspective, yet getting the divine guidance to take you on this beautiful path to light so that you can light the way, you know, and work. As you can see, the card has got the darkness around it, you know, work out the dark shadows of the night, work out that toxicity, because we are to be of love and light. We are to be of love and light, non-judging anybody, okay? Not judging, not a single one, except for right now, I could tell you, I was always my worst critic. And I don't know if a lot of you can resonate with that, but I was my worst critic. And if I didn't feel up to power on something, I would kick myself in my own arski and be like, okay, what do I need to learn? What do I need to do? Because I'm all about knowledge. I'm all about bettering myself. And hold on a moment. Oh, got that weird little tickle starting in my throat. So, and not only that, but as you see, well, it's probably hard to see because of the light, but as see my moon and star, here's my moon and star. These are my archangels, all 12 archangels. All right, let's get back to business here. Sorry, I just, you know,
It happens.
it happens. You get veered off a little bit, and just know that, you know, I'm here for you guys, but that card, that's what that represents, you know, the gentleness, the wisdom, the guidance. I am truly here for you. I am not one of them people that say, oh, I'm here for you, and then turn my back to you, am I? Because I told her that I was here for her. She hasn't left my side since then. Okay. And she has learned a lot from me. And she sees that her life is going in such a more beautiful way than where it was. Right.
A lot better.
Yeah. Like, and I don't do it for kudos, do I?
No.
Do I ask anything in return?
Nope.
All I ask is that you work on yourself, right?
Yep.
And that you be truthful to yourself and speak your truth and stand in your power, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, spirit, what other spirit animals do we have here? What other spirit animals want to come out? Any other spirit animal that wants to come out, spirit? All right. Oh, yep, I knew it. When I asked, we have the fox, okay? So the fox and the coyote are kind of like the same, you know, well, let me back it up, because a lot of people are going to say, no, a fox and a coyote, they're two different. I know this, okay? I know this. But what I'm saying is, if you see how it's transforming, there we go. You see how that fox is transforming to make itself look like a fox? And the fox and the coyote, how they transform themselves? Okay? And basically what this is saying is, where'd we go? Right here. Make the transformation. You can transform yourself to go from that fox, that deceptive, that manipulating, that deep, dark feelings that you didn't want to bring out, to that beautiful coyote that says, oh, look at, I transformed. I am still of the same group, but guess what? I am more predominantly available to what's going on in my life, who's around me, who's surrounding me. Okay. And then we have the horse, which is beautiful because we also have in there, it looks like the mermaid goddess. Okay, we got the two mermaid goddess with the big shell here. Mm-hmm. And this is about being, you know, making the friendships, having that wisdom, having the strength, being loyal, transforming. And tell them, what did you transform out of from a little tiny what?
A hermit crab from a little shell into a giant clam, I guess.
Yeah, a bigger shell. Yeah. And you got to spread your wings a little more, because look what happened to her with transforming the strength, the endurance, the purity within. She is moving out of her shell into a bigger shell. Okay. And you may not be able to see it, but you see down here, there is two mermaids in the shell. Okay. So that is beautiful. That is beautiful. That is saying that, you know, a lot of you will have the strength and the wisdom to transform yourself and know that everything will be graciously good. And so we're going to ask Spirit for one more card, and then they want me to pull some of the daily healing. Okay. What else do we need to know, Spirit? What other spirit animal wants to come through? Oh, I just seen one. Okay, wait a minute here. What's going on? Okay. So then we got the bull. And, you know, this is the bull. And if you look at it, it's got the little red orb because you want to be grounded. But a lot of you are so bullheaded that you think, oh, well, she's not going to make my life better. This is not going to make it work. And so you put on this facade. But deep down in your inner core, your body's screaming, I need help. Somebody help. You know, I'm going to secretly do this in the comfort of my own home. And I'm not going to tell anybody that I'm learning something from this woman. Okay. So you're being bullheaded. Spirit is saying, stop it. Stop it. Embrace and be proud of the fact that the Angel Mastery number 33, you're learning something from somebody. Okay. So let's get some daily healing cards and see what Spirit wants to add to this before we end this message, because it's already at 43:16. But there is no time frame when Spirit is talking, okay? So I know a lot of people say, oh, well, her videos are always long. No, I have short ones in there, don't I? Mm-hmm. It's the fact that I make sure that you get the message and the full message. All right, Spirit, what else do they need to know? I want them to flip or fly, please. What else do they need to know? Thank you. What else do they need to know, Spirit? What else do they need to know? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. So, the first message I got is you need to foster patience, okay? So, Spirit is saying, listen, your life is not going to change overnight. But you will start seeing blessings immediately. But you need to foster the patience because you need to do something to improve yourself. And any improvement you do by watching my videos, by journaling down, by being able to pull out them qualities about yourself that need the most work, that are stopping and putting blockages in your life, creating tower moments for you, it will be all there to benefit you and benefit, you know, what you're doing. And you also need to trust and believe that everything is in divine order and divine timing. And you are being helped. You are being helped from me, because Some of you cannot go out there and get the professional help that you need because of circumstances. Like I said, I am not here to judge, so I don't like going into that kind of stuff, okay? When it comes to money and possessions and stuff like that, I don't do that, okay? I am not a materialistic, or I don't look for the monetary and material things. What I look for is the unconditional love, and how can I help humanity? How can I help people better themselves to be all that they can be, to be the best of the best, okay? And you guys need to know that truth is a living force, because you are a living force. Whether you believe it or not, you are a beautiful living force that has so much potential that you are either wasting your talents, your gifts, your skills, your knowledge, and you need to go out and start building friendships. Stop sitting at home. Stop sitting in them four walls. I know with the pandemic right now that it's a little hard, but Spirit, what else do we need to know, Spirit? What else do we need to know for the collective? What else do we need to know for the collective, Spirit? What else do we... Oops, that one flipped. Hold on. Let me make sure. I thought I saw another one. Yep. Hold on. Nope. Okay. So then we got express your love through your deeds. And that's what I am doing. I am expressing my unconditional love to complete strangers. But that's who I am. And my unconditional love is being expressed by doing these videos for you, to be able to do it in the comfort of your own home, knowing that you have somebody who cares enough to pull out the best in you for your better self. Okay? And then this one is seek to enlarge your appreciation of the beauty of nature, animals, and humans. Okay, so a lot of you don't even appreciate yourself right now. And Spirit is saying that you need to learn how to appreciate everything in your life. You need to appreciate the fact of waking up in the morning. You need to appreciate the food, you know, the roof over your head, for you breathing. Appreciate everything. Have an attitude of gratitude for everything. Okay? And then you have know thyself. It is the most important task you have. And that's exactly what I'm talking about. Thank you, Spirit, for confirming this, because Spirit is saying you need to know thyself, meaning thyself, me. I had to know who I am fully inside. I have been awoken and awakened to the most beautiful, glorious life that one would never think, for all the tragic turmoil that I have gone through. And we're going to get there. We're going to get there, okay? And a lot of you need to beware that your thoughts and feelings are just as impactful as your actions, physically striking somebody, physically hurting, because Spirit is saying a lot of you need to go in and start changing them programs and conditions of how people treated you when you were younger, and how, you know, they were bullies, or they were just mean to you or cut you down. Spirit is saying, you know, you have taken some of them traits and you need to stop, because when you are aware that certain words that you say, certain things, how you say it to people, is not coming out of the kindness of your heart, what you're doing is your words, your actions that are coming out are vibrating on such a low level of, you don't care who you're hurting, what you're doing, as long as you get what you want. And that's why when Spirit asked, you know, where is it? Am I gaining or losing? That is why that card came out. Are you gaining or losing? Okay? And then you always need to look for the good, even in the most difficult situations. And that's about your past, okay? You need to look at your past, no matter what you went through, no matter sexual abuse, physical abuse, mental, emotional. And you're going to start realizing that it was a blessing. And I'm not condoning how people physically hurt you on a sexual basis, or a physical abusive basis. What I'm saying is there's components from them situations that will pull out to the key elements of how you change your life so that you break that pattern, you break that situation, you take that lesson and you cup it in your hands like this and say, you know what, that's a beautiful lesson. And so now what did I learn from this? Well, I learned to protect my children a lot more than what I was protected. There's so many other things that we will get into. I don't want to rush it. Spirit saying, now, come on, stop it. Because once I get talking, they know when I speak my truth, I speak my truth. Okay? So to close out this reading, we're going to get a few flower petals just because the beautiful smells of flowers, if everybody just kind of closes their eyes and just thinks of that beautiful fresh breath that when you're outside and the smell of the flowers and oh, you smell the peonies and the lilacs, and how does that make you feel? That makes you feel happy, right? Okay, Spirit, so what else do they need to know? What else do they need to know, Spirit? What else do they need to know, Spirit? Anything else that you want them to know before we close out? Anything else that you want them to know, Spirit? All right. All right. So the first one we have is Lily. Okay. So we all know that them lilies smell beautiful, right? Okay. And the lilies are representing good partnerships are made of equal amounts of positivity. Okay. So every time that you look at a lily now, think of it like this in your mind. That lily is something positive. And that lily will bring good partnerships into my life. Not only does it smell good, not only is like the tiger lily that's basically showing on here, looks like a tiger lily, that inner strength. Okay, and then you have the carnation. The carnation is, especially pink carnations, that's about the passion, the love, the drive, to keep going, keep growing and be unstoppable, unshakable, unbreakable, unmovable, and be very lovable. Okay. Then you got the freesia, which this is these cute little purple flowers that everybody wants to call them, a little violet that you see out in the yards. Okay. These are the freesias. And this is, everything will be worthwhile, I guaranteed. And you're going to see how your life made this pivot point and this change and transformation for the better. And you're going to be like, wow, why didn't I do this sooner? Okay. And then we have the beautiful snowdrop flowers, which I want you to know that with the little snowdrops, tomorrow brings the illumination of your hopes, dreams, and desires. Okay. So it basically lights your way to your hopes, dreams, and desires. So that snowdrop, when you look outside and you see the snow, but you know, the snowdrop is that beautiful little white flower that kind of hangs over, you know. It almost looks like a honeysuckle, but it's pure white. But just know that tomorrow, by you listening to this, by you answering them questions honestly and truthfully, with you sticking through this, and no matter how boring it may get, no matter how that you just say, well, okay, I've had enough of this. I'm not going to go any further. Don't give up. Don't give up. Because this will show you that it will illuminate the way for you to have beautiful rewards. And you will be very blessed. And you will come to thank me how much more your life is going. So I want to thank you for sitting here with session number 2. In the comments down below, if you would like to come up with a name instead of calling them sessions, because this is not like a class, okay? This is spirit channeling to me, having me give these channeled messages to you. But if you want to call them something else so that people don't look at it as like session 1, session 2. You know, if we want to call it cupcake 1, cupcake 2, you know, they'll think it's a food group or something. You know, we don't have to hide who we are, but I guess I'm giving you guys the opportunity to throw some title names out there because I want to incorporate your title name. So that way when you see the video and it's got your title on it, you can probably say, hey, I helped name that video. And guess what? All the beautiful information in that video transformed me, made me different, made me more beautiful, made me more confident, more self-worth, you know, gave me more abundance. It really made me look into the awareness of who I am and really pushed me to my dreams, wishes, and desires. Okay? So thank you for being here for this video. Like I said, please put down in the description what you think. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe and that little notification bell. Please use your word of mouth and pass it to your friends. Let's grow this channel in our group of healing, or pass it on even if they're not wanting to participate, because what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get this to go live so that we can interact. So if you have questions at that very moment, she will be able to let me know what your question is, and I will be able to answer it and give you any other channeled messages that the divine and the universal life force is trying to give you. So, like I said, let's do this. I believe in you. I have faith in you. And I'm giving you that friendship, that freedom, that grace, that love, that unconditional love of to helping who you are. So, thank you. Bye.